Hey everybody, soybean farmer here. Well, Saturday, May 19th, and what we're looking at is local Doppler radar, and that's about what it's been doing for the last 2 days. Starting down in Florida and coming up the coast and running right through here, and got everything just soaking, saturated wet. If I wanted to make a video of a stuck tractor in the mud, today'd be a real good day to do it, but I'm not going to do anything like that. Original plan was to be out there working land today, cutting those weeds in and get my seed bed worked up and get my soybean seed in the ground. But this rain's messed everything up as far as that plan, but it really hadn't hurt anything as far as overall plan. Now the seed supplier that I selected, his seed is in a big old giant warehouse about 30 miles away from where he actually sells from. And because all he's got is open 18-wheel flatbed type trucks to transport on, he's not been able to move seed up to his sales outlet. So I haven't actually been able to go and get seed. I talked to him yesterday on the phone, and well, as everybody knows, seed comes in like a paper bag, and if it gets rained on, the water's going to soak through it and get seed wet, and not necessarily a good thing when that happens. So we're on hold, but I've still got plenty of time, and this right here, I've been out and looked at the fields going in and out, and there's a whole bunch more seed, weed seed that's germinated and popped up, which in my mind is a good thing, because any of that weed seed that germinates and pops up, that's a seed that's done its thing, and it's over. All I need to do is take a disc to it and cut it up and kill the plant that it made. I've struggled the last 5 years with this weed problem, and we'll see if we can get out there, and I'll give you a picture of what's going on the land. Now, this is up on the corner of the bigger 5-acre field, and you can see, water standing right here after 3 days of rain. The forecast has got it raining. Today's Saturday, and the forecast has got it raining all the way till Wednesday. Now, looking out across there, all of that is water hemp and morning glory. Now, mostly water hemp over in this field. And again, I'm excited about it's going to dry out, and I'm going to hit it with a disc and kill every bit of it without having to use an expensive herbicide. All right, I'm up here looking at this field in front of my house, and every bit of that green that you see out there in that field is a combination of morning glory and water hemp. And it's between 2 and 3 inches tall. There's, I don't know the name of those little taller weeds, but glyphosate would have killed those. But we're not using glyphosate this year, we're using Liberty Link. Let's see if I can get you zoomed out a little bit. You can see how thick that stand of morning glory and water hemp is on that. Now, in the past 5 years, I was planting mid to late April, and I'd catch a couple of cold nights, and it would stun the beans, and they wouldn't grow fast. They'd be slow. That coupled with the fact that I wasn't using any fertilizer, so the weeds would get up above them, get ahead of them, and I'd have a real problem, making up my mind whether to spray or not. Beans need to be up at about, they need to be up about 6 inches tall when you spray them. If they're smaller than that, you'll burn them and stun them. But this year, all of that weed right there is going to get cut in with a disc, and I'm going to cut it up good so that I kill it. Then there'll be a second germination. There's more seed out there that'll come up, but with the fertilizer in the ground and the warmer ground temps and the warmer night air temps, I'm thinking the beans are going to come on up and grow rapidly. So the beans are probably going to be up ahead of the weeds when I get out and spray to knock the weeds down. And I'm hoping, from what I've been told about Liberty Link program, that I will get 100% kill. But you know, it's a new program, and I'll find out what I get when I get into it. But I'm just hoping what I've been told is factual information. But every bit of that is weeds that are going to get killed without having to use an expensive herbicide. And the field's got to be prepared for planting, because I don't do no-till. I've got to have cut and tilled soil for my grain drill to get the seed in the ground like it's supposed to be. But this field right here is a good example of 80% of the farm. Now I've tried to be real careful since I've developed this weed problem, glyphosate tolerance, Roundup tolerance, about not trafficking weed seed in the combine. There's a couple of fields on the back side of the farm that don't have near the water hemp, morning glory problems that these fields up on the front have. So I would always try to harvest those first and try to blow the combine out so that I wasn't blowing any kind of weed seed out on that land. But I'm taking the whole farm to Liberty Link, so it's not going to be a question of, you know, trying to do half of it one way and half of it the other way. But then I would, you know, after getting the land that wasn't so contaminated harvested, I'd come up here and do this, and then try real hard with backpack blower and to really clean that combine out so that I wasn't trafficking the weed seed out into, you know, areas that weren't as badly contaminated as this is. And this is from the other side of the same little field that we were looking at a while ago. And you can just see the massive amounts of morning glory and water hemp that's come up in it. But again, I'm delighted with my decision to delay planting. I'd have a real mess right now if I had planted in late April. I wouldn't be able to get in here to spray it, and it'd just be another fiasco like I've had in years past. So doing something different this year and excited about a much better outcome. Everybody's been Soybean Farmer. Thanks for watching, and thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Bye, y'all.